Hi you guys, so I am very excited about this video, and this is by popular demand, which I'm going to definitely start doing with all of my full series. I want to go over the supplies I'm going to be using for Lucas's painting series. So you guys that have watched me paint and watched other series, you know that I mix a ton of different colors. I use so many different colors. I don't know for sure if I'm going to use all these colors, but I tried to narrow it down. I have a ton of paint. It's kind of embarrassing. I know most people don't have all of these colors that I have. So I tried to narrow it down to what I could use, and I want to let you guys know what the most important ones are, that, you know, we can mix the other colors if you don't have all of them, or you can mix the other colors if we don't have all of them. Okay, so the ones that are absolutely necessary will be a primary red. I have Genesis red here, in ultramarine blue, a yellow, some sort of white, a black, and I like using Flesh 02, but if you have burnt umber, we can make that work as well. So these right here are bare minimum. These are ones that I use a lot that are great to have. So let's go over the reds really quickly. This is one of my absolute favorite reds. It is, I'm not even going to say it, I just call it Quinn Crimson. It is a fantastic color. I use this one all the time. My jar is, you know, this is 8 years of painting, but it takes forever to empty these jars, and you could see that this jar is like a quarter full. So I use this one all the time. Another great one to use that I actually use way more often than a primary red is Pyro Red 02. And this red is just a little bit darker. I grabbed the wrong jar because it had the label. I have some in jars without labels, but it is just a darker red than a primary red. This is a premix. This is Bountiful Baby Lip Blush and Nail. I don't use this one by itself very often, but I use it a ton. You can see how low my jar is. I use this one as a base to mix a lot of other reds. I really, really love, these are from Bountiful Baby. This is one of their premixed. This is a light red, and they actually still have some of this in stock right now of their premix, which I believe is original formula Genesis. Because it's one of their premix, they didn't sell out like with some of the other Genesis colors. This light red is kind of like my mix that I make a lot with Genesis red and Mars black. It's just a little bit different. This is a really great color. They also have a dark red premix, which I like a lot. This is great for like a crease layer. It is also really, really awesome for capillaries. Like I said, we can mix these, but if you want to grab premix, if you already have it, it's really convenient and it's better to have. Another color that we can definitely mix, but I don't like mixing and I use all the time, is Bountiful Baby's Eyelid Purple. This is a really, really fantastic purple. I really recommend it if you can still get it. The next color is Quinn Magenta 02. I love this color as well. I think it's going to go really well on Lucas. I'll be using this one a lot. For Lucas, I'm going to be, my baby won't look exactly like this, but this is my inspiration photo. This is Veronica Lale's version of Lucas. I absolutely cannot copy her work. She's freaking amazing. But that is going to be my inspiration. I really like his coloring. I want to do some similar things. She has a lot of magenta in that baby, and I'll be using magenta as well. This is Pyrrole Red 05. I do like this one. It is kind of like a little slightly salmony pink. I do use this one a lot for modeling and texturing some other stuff. If you don't have these, we can definitely mix this. This is basically just Pyrrole Red 02 with white added. So if you have any Pyrrole Red, you can add white and use it. I threw yellow ochre in there. I likely will not use any yellow. Lucas's kit is like very orange yellow already, so I highly doubt that I'll use yellow. But if I do need to use yellow, I usually use yellow ochre. Another color is Phthalo Blue 06. I do have a video up that shows how to mix my custom vein blue. I use Phthalo Blue and this primary yellow. So these are what I use with my vein color. I don't use either one of these for anything else. And if you have a different vein color that you like, don't worry about it. Sap Green is a really, really great color. I use Sap Green a lot, a whole lot. You could tell my jar is pretty much empty. But I like this as like a final model to make reds kind of pop. It's a complementary color to red, or if I overdo red, it is really great neutralizing color if you use it as a wash instead. This is Dioxazine Purple. It looks like probably 05 to me, roughly. I love this color for eyelids. It's a really fantastic color if you have a dioxazine purple. It doesn't need to be this shade. It could be any purple. You could add white to it to make it lighter. So I'm going to try to stick with these paint colors. I'm going to print up a list of these and hang them up and try my best not to stray from these specific colors. I am using Clean Strip Odorless Mineral Spirits. This is my favorite thinner, but you can use Gamsol, Mona Lisa, you know, whatever your preferred solvent brand is. Lucas is definitely a more advanced series. I will likely make some little supplemental videos for beginners that might be following along. But overall, I have 2 series out. Most of you watching them have already watched those series. You know how to paint. This is a great, more advanced spirit. It has less oil, so it flashes off faster. If you are newer, if you need more work time, I would definitely recommend, though, that instead you use Mona Lisa or Gamsol. I'm also sure that I'll be using Xodus Thinning Oil, which I really love. It's a great product. If you haven't gotten it yet, I really recommend it. It's like really great for your mixes, any like shiny spots. Like it does all kinds of stuff, and it's a great product. As far as mediums and varnishes go, you're going to want a matte varnish. If you do not have Genesis matte varnish, which you can't get anymore, there are other brands. I really like Xodus right now. If you like a softer feeling finish, BC Heat Set feels a lot smoother. But just whatever your preferred matte varnish is, and we'll also be using satin varnish. I use satin on areas that I want a little bit with like a natural sheen, like the inner corner of the eyes, the lips, the nails, things like that. You'll also want some thinning medium. I do use thinning medium in some of my mixes, in my vein mix, Milia, some, you know, stuff like that. Or if we're using any colors that have white, I'll also be putting thinning medium in those. And then thick medium as well. I use thick medium for blemishes, eyebrow strands, some heavier texture. Thick medium is 100% my favorite medium. If you don't have it, I really recommend trying to find some. It is tricky with some of the newer brands. Xodus does have a decent thick medium. It's actually really good. It is, I don't know why I said decent, but if I like don't have Genesis thick medium, I would definitely use Xodus thick medium. It's totally clear. And it doesn't crack, or it doesn't have issues when you apply it for texture. It can be a little bit shiny, but so is Genesis thick medium. I just got my pad totally dirty from this stuff. The next thing that I'm going to use, which I am so excited about, Desiree from A Small World Nursery. I'll put her link in the description there on this video. But she worked with me and created this custom modeling sponge set. And I love this set so much. Like, we worked together for almost a month on this set. I felt so awful for her. I was bugging her like crazy, going, oh, could you do one more hole here? One more just slightly shaped this way. Like, she's a saint. She put up with me a lot. But just for comparison, I want to show you kind of the difference. This was her like original set that she sold. So I really wanted some different patterns. I'm very particular about my patterns. These are like my favorite right here. And so most of her patterns, she's always done just like round circles. This was like her, like, I'll call it her prototype pack. I know the ones other people have gotten don't have these. They're mostly all just the regular circles. So on this one, I did not want that. I wanted a couple that had, their different sizes of different texture. I wanted some very, very small. This will be like the biggest modeling sponge that I use, but you guys know from watching my videos that I really like a smaller pattern. That is how I build up all of my skin tone, by doing what I call depth layers, which is basically a model, but with a light model with these tiny patterns. So these are available on her website for members only. I will put the link to it in the description, but this is like a limited edition set. It's like, I don't remember what she called it. It was like a Eborn's limited edition set or something. So no one else can get these but you guys. But I'm excited about these. I cannot wait to use them. I'm going to use them a lot. And as far as like other supplies go, obviously you just need your basics. Your brushes. I really like this brush, but Christine Woolley, you can get it at Dolls by Sandy. I use it for like painting hair strands. I also use Prisma pencils. If you have Prisma pencils, you'll want cosmetic wedges, maybe some craft sponges. I don't know if we're going to use them. We'll see. But it'll be, other supplies, basically the same as my other videos. This is more just kind of mediums, paints, and I really want you guys to have a chance to get those sponges because I think that they're going to be super awesome. All right, you guys, that is it for supplies. I am going to type all the colors out, and I will put the PDF for that in the Facebook group so that you guys can download it if you want to do that. And I cannot wait to see you soon when we start Lucas.